Hello again, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. Up in Flames Challenge, attempt 4. And something really interesting came up. So I reloaded. I'm assuming I'm going to get the same thing again. If not, I'll just show the aftermath here. But interview came up after the race with Lisa Amorosi. Steinman Motorsports Chapman had a bit of a disaster in that race, finishing down in 6th. What's your analysis? Doesn't surprise me, he's an awful driver. Looking at Steinman from the outside, their team looks weak. I can't say today's results shocked me. Really, the only sensible true answer is C. They just got unlucky. Harry's an excellent driver. I'm sure his form will pick up soon. You know, that's just the way it is. And, yeah, thanks, John. But look at Chapman personality trait. Buttered up, you sure know how to make me feel special. Driver is open to discussing terms. Well, then I checked the, the challenge requirements. There's nothing saying I can't hire Chapman. And, of course, this gives me the opportunity to essentially give him crappy parts if I can hire him and assure myself of the title. And, if I hadn't already learned everything I could from this challenge, I wouldn't even try this. It's cheesy, it's gamey, but this isn't a career situation. In a career, I would actually, you'd love to drive the top driver hire the top driver from the competition. But in this case, I've got lots of money and I don't have to care about the long-term consequences. There are no long-term consequences. I just want to beat him in the next few races. So, I haven't scouted him. Let's approach the driver. He is interested. Chapman interested in being hired. So, I'm not going to demote Wexler, but I'm willing to aggravate him a little bit by doing this equal status. And I'm just going to max out his contract and pay him a ridiculous amount of money. Sure, we'll do the buyout clause. Maximum signing on fee. Maximum qualifying bonuses for minimum achievement. Because again, I don't care about the money. This is just about getting Wexler the title. And if this works, then, I just fire Saarinen, who's getting along in the tooth anyway. He's 36 years old. So then I would have Wexler at 29, Chapman at 31. Probably the two best drivers in the world in their prime, and Steinman can just surrender at this point, if I can pull off this coup. Let's find out. This does also give a chance to show the hiring process. Now, it's going to take a few days for us to get any information back. And, yeah, we haven't completed car repair. So I'm just going to go through this and see what happens. Okay. So now we've got the birthday, throw the party. Seen this already. We got some sponsors, not going to worry about them yet. Okay, car repairs are done. Of course, we still want to keep doing everything. We can't just assume we're about to claim victory yet. Let's improve our parts, and yeah, reliability is idle. So let's put Saarinen, that thing. Yeah, that's the one I did before. Work on the performance until we get our gearbox. So we've done the brakes already. We're on the gearbox now. And I believe that was the only gearbox to build, if I'm not mistaken. 1019, yeah, that's the one I built, and that's locked, so I can't do anything with that. We're going to be making, what was next? The rear wing was next. And this is a multi-stage process. But we're going to go with the first one there. And now I need to get that gearbox onto Wexler's car. I need to switch those up. He's going to use that one. The number 2 car can use that. And that's our 4th part. We can get rid of that, and we want to max out reliability at the time of the race, because there's no point in getting it done before that. There we go. That's where I want to be. You know, this allows to still get some performance improvement. Excuse me. While finishing up the reliability for that part and having everything in perfect order. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's deal with a sponsor. That's our biggest payout. And I think it's time to go see what Chapman's going to say. This is going to be interesting. And he accepts. Let me go see what the mail says about it. Report on Vancouver. Don't really need to know that. He's worried about low speed corners. They do suck, but all right. And let's sign that deal. Yes, to proceed, you must select a driver to fire or replace. And we're going to fire Nilo Saarinen. And this, you got a 2.7 million break contract, 6 million to sign. We're going to blow literally exactly, well, just over half of our money on this. And there it is. Harry Chapman. Nilo Saarinen. I can't believe you're firing me. This is insane. I thought we were going to try and win things together. Now I know that was all a lie. Screw you, John. Screw you. You know what? You're 36 years old. You had 2 months left on your contract. And I had a chance to push basically the instant win button. It's a rough business, Nilo. Harry Chapman feels like he's coming home because he used to drive here. Top British driver Harry Chapman has decided that his future in racing lies away from Steinman Motorsport and has negotiated a move to Scuderia Rossini. Chapman is expected to play second fiddle to Dieter Wexler, confirming as much in an interview. I'm not expecting the red carpet, but I'm determined to show everyone what I'm made of. It's one that's going to be one of the highest earners in motorsport, a whopping $26 million per year. But we don't care about the money for the umpteenth time. So, yeah. Let's see how they feel about their cars. He's not real happy with Dieter Wexler having the better car. It's an equal status driver. But you know what? I don't care how happy he is. I really don't. And we're back now with the finish of the last few laps of Yokohama here. Did the rest off screen because no point in showing it again. There was really no life left in the competition. Now that I had Chapman, I could put him in my number 2 car. And of course, this challenge has gone on plenty long enough, this being the 4th attempt. So got a few laps left in Yokohama. It looks like I'm about to finish second with Wexler here. Chapman a bit farther back. He's been suffering from basically other teams improving their cars and me putting everything into Wexler's car. But what's happened in the other races basically is that in Vancouver we pretty much dominated. Chapman had a great day, and I was glad he was on my team because he would have beaten me otherwise, I think. He was just like 6.5 seconds back of Wexler. Nobody else really that close. Phoenix didn't go as well. We were in 3rd and 5th, and that drew Wexler totally even with Chapman in the points coming into this race. But basically, the Steinman drivers were more aggressive with their tires, and they got away with it. So, behind the beginning, couldn't catch up. And fairly similar thing happening here, really. I just didn't want to push it. But we got 6 laps to go, 5, and Holtz's tires are almost dead. I think she's going to have to come back in, so I could end up winning this. I really had to burn the tires here to get... I'm trying to conserve, because I really had to burn the tires. Yeah, there goes Holtz into the pits. Really had to burn the tires to get by Sharp. And Sharp's tires are about to go, too. So it looks like Wexler is going to take the win. Good way to end the season. And here you can see the driver standings. Both drivers 87 going in, but Chapman not doing nearly as well this race. So Wexler is going to win the title, which is exactly what we needed. Let's see. His parts are down some, but not too bad. I can have him push the rest of the way. And all of a sudden, as soon as I do that, he whines about his brakes. Yeah, they've taken a bit of a dive, but I think they're alright. I'm not going to go any higher. I'm just going to do the high level there. And, oh my. Chapman with just 4 laps left to go. He's having some serious problems with his suspension. I'm going to have him try to ride it out. Back off on the tires. See how it goes. He's going to have some problems, but the bottom line here is getting Wexler around 5-second lead with less than 4 laps to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And, you know, I don't care what happens to Chapman. It's kind of rude, but I don't. I'll bump up to neutral on the tires here. Probably got enough to get through 3 more laps like that. Holt's fastest lap of the day, but the bottom line is Holtz started off on super softs, had to pit twice. So that's a success for us. Wexler only had to pit once, using mediums the whole way around. So slow and steady wins the race. That didn't work at Phoenix because Phoenix just hard enough on the tires, whatever, that 2 stints of mediums wasn't quite enough. So some tracks it's good for, some tracks it's not, and that's something you learn over time. Wasn't perfect for me, but it was good enough. It's still at 20. I think Chapman's going to be able to limp around the rest of the way. And hopefully Schmidt behind him has some real tire problems. Hopefully hang on to 7th. That'd have him do a little bit better. But the bottom line is Wexler is going to win this. Just over a lap to go. And actually extending the lead now over Saarinen. Supersoft's starting to lose their bite on the track. And here we are, final lap. Yep, still looking fine. So the coronation about to finish and about to conclude, finally winning this challenge, and we can move on. Yeah, Chapman's spot really looking secure at this point. Obviously 7th, not a great finish for him. There's the checkered flag for Dieter Wexler. Chapman actually reasonably happy with 7th. even though his car is falling apart. He made it. And yeah, Wexler got a little close, but no serious problems. Pushed a lot the second half of the race. Was pretty conservative the first half, pushed a lot the second half. A little earlier than I normally would, but I felt like I had the condition to sustain it, and in fact, that is what happened. Okay, and there's the official results. 5.4 seconds ahead of Saarinen, 9.2 ahead of Holtz. And interesting, by the way, I didn't cover this, but Nilo Saarinen actually won the pole here. He was picked up by Steinman right after we let him go. Picked up as a reserve driver, but then ended up working his way into the lineup and mostly playing second fiddle to Holtz. But you can see here, actually finished ahead of. So nice to see him really latch on with our rivals and do well. Chapman, we were only like fourth, what was it? Yeah, fourth and fifth in qualifying here. So it wasn't the greatest setup, but strategy won the day. And yeah, that's about all for that. Wexler taking first, two Steinman drivers also on the podium. And there's our championship standings. Wexler and Chapman, of course, dominating it, but getting the win finally. We win the team title by a point. There's a little bit of icing on the cake. Had a big lead after, well, not big, but a solid lead after Vancouver, which evaporated over the last two races. Just enough to hang on, though. And nothing overly whelming here in the social media or the report. And we have now officially won the challenge. And I have a new player accessory. I've unlocked a hat pack. A horse's head. No thank you. Not too excited about any of those hats, but hey. We still got through. So, third challenge defeated. That's something to celebrate. Now, I'm going to take a look here since we didn't have a whole lot go on in this episode. The pro challenges have been unlocked, and there's 4 of them. We're not going to move on to those until I've done the other 2 rookie ones. But 3 out of the 15 total, so 20% of the challenges to go, done, most of them remaining. But just take a quick look at what the pro challenges are. It says, the next step to greatness, the pro level requires quick thinking and savvy managerial tactics. Only talented managers need apply. So much for that. Might as well give up. Okay, we've got a long one at the beginning. Had to start for Hawkins, a 16 race deal. So basically, an outsider underdog team. They've got, if they've thrown a ton of money into the car, but they don't have much budget left. So basically what they've got to do is they've got to get a lot of wins early in the year. They've got to win the title. It's a season-long thing, and we're going to get a new investor available for the Create Team mode if we win it. All right, Surging Absurdity, another long one, 12 race. There's the ERS system, which we'll get into later, has been changed dynamically. The worse you're doing, the better your harvesting is, so it sort of evens out the field. And we get a new GT livery for it, design of the cars. got to play the full season on that as well. And we have another one race challenge. The turn of Nilo Saarinen. You gotta win after qualifying in 17th. New WMC livery for that one. So that looks like, yeah, and that's the first one that says hard difficulty. It looks like that's going to be quite a challenge going forward. From the Ashes, another long one, 10 races in this one. Your design center burns down. Can't build any new parts. You got to try to win the title anyway. And a new investor for a Create team. So 3 of these are longer, season length, or at least most of season length races, challenges. So that'll be definitely time consuming. And the one race one looks pretty difficult. So it does look like the pro circuit definitely, or the pro level challenges definitely up the ante here. But that's going to do it for this episode. Of course, we're going to be looking into the 4th challenge of the rookie section in the next time when I'm back. And the all-star level challenges still need 3 more to unlock. So we're ways away from that, but we did unlock the pro level. And yeah, 4th challenge of the rookie coming up. So that'll be next. Thanks for watching as always. I'll be back soon.